Boys, it is day 27 of making our own TD game, and today we have some big things to work on. Now, maybe not the biggest of them all, because surely the last couple episodes, guys, we made some tremendous progress in this game. We got our system where we could actually have individual paths that lead you to whatever map you actually want to go play. Once again, looks very ugly. We will change that. Don't worry about that. We're going to actually get that looking nice at some point, hopefully, which might include adding like another map area, because this is obviously kind of like the main hub, but we're going to have to maybe go through that tunnel that'll lead you to like a bunch of army trucks that will lead you to the map. So that could be pretty cool. Or like I said, an airfield, that would be pretty neat as well. Now, yesterday we hopefully still have this stuff working. Now, I don't know what this is saying down here. This is definitely a little bit concerning. It says data request was added to queue. If request queue fills, further request will be dropped. Try setting few requests. That key equals 403. I don't know what that means, but let's just make sure that that still works, and we'll go from there. Oh, looks like that's not working right there. What is up with that? Hold on here. Very strange, guys. Very strange. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, attribute. Oh, these are like, it's based off a whole new system now. It's like based on like attributes. That's pretty neat, actually. I wonder why we are not able to equip that one, though. That's very interesting. It's just straight up not letting me equip the 5th slot. I don't know why. That's obviously not intended, so we're going to have to work that out. Let's just summon a bunch more, and we'll go from there. I know that there's like a little delay, so you can't summon like immediately, so we'll just have to let that go. And also keep in mind that the background, you guys remember when this would close and then we would be able to see what we summoned? Obviously, I want that to work as well. It's not right now, so we're gonna fix that at some point here, of course, going down the road. But it looks like we got a bunch of these things right here, so not what we wanted, but it's not letting me equip my 5th unit slot, which is super strange. So we're gonna have to try to fix this to start the episode off. Then we're gonna work on probably like our sell button and some other features as well. Also, at some point, whether it's today or tomorrow or the next day, we got to make sure we set up the rarities per each unit. So basics, uncommon, rare, epic, so on and so forth. So let's get to it, guys. Alrighty, boys. So check this out. We did, in fact, fix that little warning we were getting with like the multiple queue requests, data, full thing, whatever. I don't know what it was saying, but you guys know what it was before if you guys go look back at it. But we fixed it. We basically set up a system where the game will save every 10 seconds. Regardless of how many changes you make. So before, like, think about it this way. Every time you are in the game, right? Like before the system was working, we're like, this is a change, that's a change, this is a change. And it was updating constantly every single time. Like that's 3 right there. The maximum, I think it said, is either 30 or 60 per server, including every player. So obviously that can't happen. So like, we have it limited now, so it should be good. We're chilling. So that's good. We're not going to be getting any of those errors. Now, the next thing that we got to figure out is why that 5th unit slot is no longer working, because I never had that as an issue, and I don't even remember that being an issue yesterday, but clearly that's not working properly. Let's just make sure we got those units equipped that we just put on. We do. Very cool. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out why that 5th slot is not working. So let's ask AI some questions and I'll get back to you. Boys, simple fix here. I believe this right here was a 4 before, and now I made that a 5, so I don't know why that I had a 4 there. I must have the AI change that or something super weird. I don't know, but let's give this a test and see if it works properly now. So equip the 5th one. Boom, there it is. That's not instantly getting unselected. Thank God, guys. That works well. That's good. That's really good, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. So now we just got to make sure that we're saving everything properly. So let's go like this, and then we'll stop playing real quick. Let's just do a quick little test here, make sure that all those other changes are still working after we changed a few things. So 2 and 2 looks good. And then quickly, because remember, it's saving every 10 seconds, but I have a force save as well for any time you close the game and then rejoin. So that force save will overwrite the every 10-second rule. So here we go, and boom. Okay, yeah, it's definitely working, boys. It's working. Let's go. I got no coins left, though. That's unfortunate. We got to get like a way to, I just need to like add like the Game Pass in, so that way I could just buy coins whenever I need them, so that way I just get them a little bit easier. So that'd probably be a smart thing to add here soon. But today we're not worried really about working on the shop. We're worried about just more so working on some other things, such in like the inventory and kind of setting some more stuff up. Like today's more of a generic episode, not really focusing on one thing. Like I said, the last 2 days we focused on some big things, but today I kind of want to make the improvements to make them a little bit better, such as today, I think setting up the sell button and then like the rarities for each of these troops would be a fantastic idea. So I'm definitely going to work on that. And I think that the only way we're really going to be able to do this is by having like a, maybe like a tag inside of these guys, potentially. That could definitely help out a lot. Like having like a little, as you guys probably know by now, in here I got the towers, right? And in the towers, we have this config folder, and I could add rarity, right? And then, well, rarity would be the right word, right? Yeah, I think rarity would be the right word. So we'll add in rarity, and then it would find the rarity through the config folder of the tower, and then the game would know, be like, hey, if you sell mythic, you get back, so and so. Once again, I'm not sure the exact balancing on that. We would have to figure that out. But like, obviously, like if you sell basic, you're not gonna get back your full, coins that you spent. You're probably gonna get back like 25. You sell an uncommon, maybe 50. The other one maybe 75, and so on and so forth. Because you don't want to make your, all your money back. Like obviously, if you get like a legendary or gold, or sorry, even up to gold. Gold would probably be like sell it for. I don't even gold sell for like 25 or something. Honestly, you wouldn't really get much back for those because that would just be. You just get endless summons then, right? So we got to make sure it's smart. But I guess let's set up the rarity right now. I'll just take you guys along with me since we figured out all that other stuff, which is amazing. We're doing really good right now, guys. We're doing, we're having another great episode start. And hey, right off the rip, we're fixing some big things. Okay, actually, let's do one thing real quick too. So this is something we talked about before, and something I think that you guys are probably annoyed with as much as I am. And it is going to be down here at the bottom. Let's just zoom in a little bit. You see these little numbers here? Well, let's move those to the top left. Is that okay? Is that okay with everyone? I think that's going to be okay with me. Because now we'll have them all at the top left. And it should look a little bit better, right? Let's just try that out real quick. See what that looks like? Much better, guys. Much better. Even top right would look fine. Obviously, it just looks a little goofy because he has the knife there. But if we were to go ahead and, like, put on this guy, then it looks perfect, right? So not every guy's gonna be perfect. Then eventually one day maybe we'll get like better renders and stuff. I mean, these are renders of the units. It's not like I took like a snip. Well, actually, I might have taken a snip of one of these guys because the render for the one gun wasn't working properly for some reason. So I'm not sure why, but I don't know. It's fine. It's working good, guys. I'm happy with what we got going on here. Seriously, this is going so well. Like I am actually proud of myself for how far we've gotten with this game, guys. I am honestly, hopefully you guys are somewhat proud too, because guys, remember, I don't know what I'm doing, but it sure looks like it, but it's mainly AI that's helping me out. But hey, I'm still applying the AI. I'm doing it myself, AI is AI, but I'm just me here. But anyways, let's continue this next little fix that we want to add. Not necessarily a fix again, but something that definitely needs to be in the game. So first of all, let's go like this. We got the sell units button. And then we also, that's a frame, guys. That's actually a frame. I'm thinking, how could I do this? Thinking, boys. I'm thinking here. What would a smart person do? That's what I have to think. What would a smart person do about this? Because the thing is, right? I could just make this bottom buttons frame, right? And that would work fine, actually. And we just kind of stack all these buttons on the bottom. But the thing is, we don't have something that really shows you. I don't know if it would really matter, though, to be honest with you guys. I don't know if it would actually matter, because like this is what I'm thinking, right? You guys see like this stuff on the bottom down here? Well, it's kind of in the way. So if I like were to stack this, so let's just try something out, okay? So this is sell units frame, bottom. We'll just call it bottom buttons frame here real fast, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so bottom buttons frame, perfect. And then now this frame, though, the size of it, we're going to have to make this actually stretch across most of the screen here. So let's just go into our plugins real fast, unit conversion, and we'll set that scale properly. Okay, yeah, now it's in the correct size thing that we actually need to use. We'll set this all the way across like that. And then this button here, instead of it being 1 out of 1, we'll just do like 0.3. And then 1 is good there for that other part. Okay, now the other thing within that is the fact that, well, if I do it this way, now that frame has that goofy looking thing right there. Honestly, though, okay, hold on. This would be somewhat okay if it kind of all just connected, but I don't know if I'm really vibing with this, guys. I don't think I'm really vibing with that because I like how I was doing it that way. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep it the way it was. It's fine like that. I'll just copy this frame. Let me just yeah, I don't like that because then I'm gonna not have that nice little border around it. So let's just duplicate it. We'll call this one, you know, unequip all units frame, right? And then we'll just kind of shift this guy on over. Oh, well, can't do it that way, right? So we got to do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see here. So that's actually not what I'm trying to. I could just extend it out like this. That not necessarily the old-fashioned way, but it'll be the way that works for us, right? All right. So let's get this all the way over here on this side, and you know, make it look something like that. We'll just say unequip all. And very simple button here, guys. Nothing too complicated with that, right? It's just going to obviously unequip all. So unequip all. We just got to name it, obviously, again, too. Oops, I got to spell correct it, guys. I hate typing, honestly. I'm so bad at it. But we'll make it work. All right. So unequip all. There we go. What color should that button be? Maybe like... I would say like bright green, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think bright green would be the right color for that, honestly. So we got to come up with a good color for that frame, guys. What would the color of that little button be? We just kind of like green? I don't know if green would be right for that. I'm just trying to think here. Purple. Purple works. We can do purple. Oh, it didn't save, guys. Purple was looking good. We could go, I kind of like that nice. Yeah, I like that color. That color is nice. Purplish pink. All right, cool. So unequip all buttons there. And then obviously we have, see, this is my issue with this. It's not so much of like, it's not the biggest issue in the world, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Like when you open this up, maybe I should just straight up hide the bottom stuff. But I really don't know about that, guys. I mean, I could, once again, theoretically just like, I don't know how TTD does it. I don't know if they have their buttons displayed on the bottom like this, and I don't know if they get in the way of all the other stuff. And if they do, then maybe they just have it above or something. Let me think. I mean, okay, I have an idea. I have an idea of something that we could potentially pull off here. We could make this whole entire frame, right? So the units frame right here. We could shrink this like this. Watch. We could go like that. Perfect. There we go. Now we could have another one right here in the middle. So we got unequip, sell units, and like I said, I want to definitely have like the sign option as well. Is there any other button we would have down here? I'm just trying to think, guys. So we got unequip all. We could have like equip best, but you know, I don't think that really matters. I think you guys, I don't think that's something that's really necessary. Honestly, it's just not really that important, to be fair. I don't think. But what else, guys? What else? I'm also trying to think too. I'm just trying to think if oh man, guys, it's complicated because I don't want a mistake to happen. Like we could just make all these buttons at the bottom green, so that way when you it's kind of like our other system, like with the crates. So when you click it, then it turns red, so you know which one you're like selecting. You know what I'm saying? We could do something like that too. It scares me a little bit to kind of do it this way because I don't want someone to have a total disaster accident type thing where they like thought they equipped all in the cell units or do something like that. Obviously, though, we're gonna have like a cell units like, you know, are you sure you want to sell this unit or something like that? That would be something probably smart to have, right? So I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. I'm kind of actually leaning towards doing it green now. I don't know. I just think that might be a little bit, you know, smarter for not necessarily me, but just to help people not make a terrible mistake inside of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be kind of smart there. I don't know, but I think it might be. All right, let's just kind of go like that. We could, of course, then I want to move these a little bit to the right. I wish I could just like slowly drag it over, but you guys see how that's working for me. It's not really going too well. So let's just do it like this. I don't even know where the exact... Oh, no, I'm grabbing the stupid sell button again. I got to stop doing that. But try to get it like right in the middle there, right? And then slowly drag that over to... I don't know how big each of them are, but that looks fine to me. And then, of course, the last frame that we would need to add is going to be that sign button. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy with that because obviously I'm probably not even going to, you know, do that yet. But we just got to find like a nice little logo or something and get like a pencil logo or something like that on like flat icon or something. So it won't be too complicated at all. So we'll go to the cell units frame. We'll duplicate that one. And we're just going to go ahead and call this. So instead of cell units, sign frame. And then down here, cell text button. We're going to go sign text button. Cool. And then we just got to make it called. Well, like I said, guys, I'm probably just going to have, oops, I did that stupid thing again. I'm probably just going to have an image for this one. So instead of a sign text button, we could eventually change that on over to an image. But for right now, I will just call that sign. Okay. So we'll just have it like right there. And then maybe we could even have another button over here at some point. I don't know what it'll be, but we could do something like that too. And then we will think, sign text button, go down here and I'll say sign. Cool. There we go. Not pretty, but once again, that can be changed pretty quickly. I don't know how I feel about the green though. Should I go like yellow on these buttons or something? Yellow, red. I don't know. Green's just so, you know, everyone know, like if you click it, then it turns red. I just feel like that's a good system because then everybody will just, oh, actually, now that I'm thinking about it though, that doesn't even matter, guys, because guess what? Unequip all is just, you just click it and you're just going to unequip all your buttons. So I don't even know if that really matters, guys, at all. I know that, I think TTD does yellow for cell, red for unequip all, and then sign is obviously the pencil. But I think cell units should theoretically be red, or it could be green. Okay, hear me out. We could go unequip all. All right, this is what I think I'm going to do. So let's make this yellow real quick, like that. Unequip all, right? Perfect. Cell units, we could do this as green, and then when you click it, it'll turn red or something, right? Maybe we could do it that way. And then the sign, just to have different colors down here for right now. Once again, the sign won't even be as like that. It'll just be like an image at some point. But for right now, we could just make the sign one like that nice pink or something like that, okay? Just to get a little bit of variety in there. I think variety is easier on the eyes for sure. So let's do that. That looks good. I'm going to try to make that space somewhat equal as the other side there. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we got all that important stuff done. Now it will be time to actually, like, you know, kind of make this work. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I think I'm going to do. Oh, and actually inside of the cell units, we are probably going to have another frame, which I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet. But like when you click cell units, it'll obviously toggle your cell button. And then we're going to have to make it. So I think down here, this checkmark label, we're going to have to duplicate this and then make an X label as well. So duplicate, instead of checkmark, we'll just call it like the X label like that. And then down here for the image itself, I luckily already have an X. I don't know if that background is going to be okay. Let me just see if I can make this visible real quick. Okay, well, the background's stupid right now. Is it going to be like that for good? What if I go like that? Come on, background. Why would it do that? I don't think there's any other way to really get rid of that for right now, so I'm probably going to have to find another X unless... Oh, there it is. That's the good X, boys. Let's go. All right, we got the right one now. We got the right one. So we're chilling with that. We'll make that invisible again. And then see, we have both of these here. They're not actually there, but like, you know, when the images generate and you're actually selecting stuff, that's when they actually are going to be popping up on the screen. So that's all to do with scripting. We're not going to really worry about that right now, but... what does matter is let's make sure that these are scaled properly, because you guys know what happens if you do not scale literally everything properly. It will screw absolutely everything up. So let's make sure those look good. All this other stuff is good for now, I think. So we'll hop into the game. I still have that frame open, so it's obviously a problem. Let's pretend I didn't have it open there, but here we are, guys. We now have this. I'm in HD 720, so it looks a little goofy, but I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good, guys. Let's go. That looks sick. And then when you click cell units here, that will, you know, this will turn red, theoretically, right? The cell units background will turn red, okay? And then when you select, instead of it having the check mark, it'll be a red background, right? And a big X through it. And then confirm, or like, so I guess what we would probably theoretically should say here is once you click this, these will disappear, probably, right? The sign and the unequip all will disappear, or maybe just the unequip all. And then we could have like confirm sell over here pop up, maybe. Probably makes sense, right? I think that makes sense. Confirm sell, so sell units and then confirm sell or something like that. Or you just click and then you click it again. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out, guys. We're gonna definitely figure this out because it's like toggling your sell units thing. It's hard to explain, but I think you guys all get how this all works. So we're just gonna go ahead and actually build that now. We gotta probably use some AI here to help us out with this. So I'm gonna see where we can get to with this, boys. I'm gonna focus for right now. First thing I'm gonna do, let's get the unequip all button working, since that is very, very like a lot more simple. Okay, so let's do that first. All right, guys, so nothing too complicated here. We got this set up relatively quickly and easily. So basically what we did in our client-sided script here, not this one, but this one right here, we added this little new function type thing into the game. And yeah, so basically it just resets the hotbar back to having nothing equipped. So very cool, very good, very easy to do. We also, to actually make it work though, we had to define this little variable. I put it up at the top. We don't need to put it up at the top, but I don't know. I just put it up at the top. Maybe that's not the proper thing to do. I could move it down to the bottom. Honestly, probably should move it to where it belongs, but does it matter? I don't think it matters, guys. We'll keep it there, right? I'm not too worried about that. Probably should organize that a little bit nicer up there, but that's fine. We're not too concerned about that. We could, not that hard to look through. But anyways, did I show it that it works yet? I don't think so. So let's go in here and boom. 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure that it actually saves though. So like, we'll keep that equipped right now. So I don't even know what we had equipped there. Oh no, my whole top bar is missing right now. That's not good. All right, so we're in the game. We got our stuff equipped, units unequipped. Now let's make sure that that saves. Very important, obviously. If that doesn't work, then it does. All right, cool. There we go, boys. We got the unequipped working pretty darn quickly. So now we're going to work on getting the other stuff set up. So the cell units, we're going to have to work on doing that. And that is most likely going to be a little teeny tiny bit more complicated because we're going to have to build a whole other frame that's like confirm, cells, and then also setting up the, the X's and the border and all that other stuff. So I guess, boys, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, boys, we're back. We're just vibing, listening to some music, and setting this cell system up. And as you guys can see here, I have no units. So either number one, we broke the game and nothing works now, we lost all our data, or number two, your boy set it up properly. So let's find out here, all right? So in order to get some units, of course, we're going to open up our summons thing here. And once again, probably in this episode, we might even fix this UI here to properly display your luck percent chance and, so on and so forth. But for right now, let's just go ahead and summon our crate. So sadly, right now, we can only do one at a time, and it's a little bit slower. And also the screen is not like, this should close. And then what should happen is it should pop up the image of whatever we summon. So we'll set that up here too in today's episode before we wrap up day 27. But guys, day 27, you're about to find out that it's going kind of well. All right, anyways, let's summon a couple things here. Just every 3 seconds, I just got to keep clicking this. So let's just get a few of these guys. I don't know what I'm getting. Obviously, that's a problem. We're gonna, like I just said, hopefully be able to fix that. Oh, and on top of that, the summon 10 button sadly doesn't do anything yet, but we will get that working too, of course, at least hopefully, right? So there we go, though. We got a bunch of units, probably, hopefully, and boom, we do. Oh, look at that. We got a PPSH gunner too. Wow, that's a good one. All right, anyways, so, we could equip them, right? Just go like this, and we got 5 on. Obviously, I can't select another one if I want to put this one on. One thing that I do notice, guys, so check this out. I'm sure it's possible, and obviously it is because I know that other games do it this way, but you guys see, so if I take off this green guy, watch, they all shift. They all shift on over. Now, that's fine. It's not a big deal right now. Everything's working as intended, but, you should probably just have them, be saved to, whatever hotbar slot it currently is, but it's kind of filling it up right now as of, if there's an empty frame, then it just shifts over to the left. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. But anyways, let's just make sure that it saves our units. So stop the game and start it back up. Just make sure everything's working as it was once before. So that's all good. We got all those units, right? Sell units. All right. So now sell units. We are in this menu, right? So it says cancel now. So we are definitely in sell mode. Correct. Yes, absolutely. Now, if we want to select something, boom. Okay, one thing. That X, a little too small. We're going to make that bigger so it covers the whole screen. Well, the whole guy. That's cool. So it also, ooh, it even tells you one there. So two. Oh, we got it. Because at first when I was doing this, guys, it was only allowing me to sell one unit at a time. But as you could see, we're selecting multiple. Now, I did boost this, so I don't have to worry about my money really ever again, at least for now. Because when I go and actually click confirm sell, I'm going to get 1,000 per every sell. And that's obviously not going to be that way when the game comes out. But, okay, so we sold them, though. Let's make sure that that data saves and the game updates. And okay, I only have 3, and yes, it does, guys. Holy smokes, guys, we are doing this. Literally, we are doing this. I can't even believe it myself. No joke, I can't believe this. So one thing that I will say is I'm not sure how I feel about the sell units button being green, because like, I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. I think that we should probably make that red. Honestly, let's just go in there and make that red real quick. I think it's kind of messing my head up right now, honestly, just looking at it. So let's just check that out now real quick. Just make sure that's red. Sell units, cancel. Okay. And then, okay, so at this point, though, when you actually select confirms, honestly, probably keeping it red makes the most sense, because red is, you know, just associated kind of with selling, I feel like, or deleting, or just bad things, right? So red is the color to probably have for that, not more so green. But anyways, once you click confirm sell, the next goal is going to be to pop up a UI that's like a confirmation screen being like, hey, are you sure? I'm going to be like, yo, are you sure you want to sell 3 units for, however many gems you're going to, or not gems, but however many coins you're going to be getting. And then, if so, then you click yes. All right, that's probably a good idea. So let's quickly go in here and let's design a new little screen here. So just thinking, how are we essentially going to do this? Well, it's probably not going to be too difficult. It's more so going to be just like copying what we already have, right? And then, just maybe making it a little bit smaller here or something like that. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried. So we have this, right? Now in here, we're going to add a new frame. So frame, just like that. We'll put it like right here. Obviously, we want to have our unit conversion thingy up, so just do that real quick. And then this will be the confirmation confirm frame. So confirm sell frame, basically, right? And then this will, oh, no, not that. Sorry about that. We didn't want to do that. We want this confirm frame, right? So we'll just kind of try to scale it properly here. That thing always gets in my way, I swear, guys. You know that. You know me. All right, anyways, size. Let's do 0.6 maybe, comma 0, comma 0.6, comma 0. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks fine, honestly. If I could, maybe just extend it up a little bit. Like that, and like that. Cool. There we go. So now with that, we have that, guys. Now, what else are we going to want here? So first things first, UI corner, copy, and paste into. We're going to want the UI corner. We're also going to want the UI stroke. So let's put that in there too, just like that. And then whatever this background color is for the frame itself, let's just go grab that. So we got that. We could always make it maybe a little bit darker or something like that. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll figure something out here, right? So we could set this background color to that. Yeah, let's just set that a little bit darker there, just like that. Okay, now with that being said, we also have that, like, where's that unit text label? So this unit text label up there at the top, right? We'll take that, and what we'll do here is we're going to put it inside of this frame too, so paste into. But instead of it saying that, it should say like, yo, I'm just going to say yo text, like that. Just yo text, and I'm just going to be like, let's see here, where is it? Yo. Okay. No, I don't actually like that. I'm just gonna say maybe wait. Let's do wait, guys. That might be a little bit better. So kind of makes sense too, right? So wait text, and then we're gonna have to have our warning pop up in here as well. So text label, this could essentially cover all of that, right? Maybe like to here, because then we're gonna have our confirmation button like here and here. So either yes or no. But this will contain. So we want to say something, like, so well, first of all, we got to name this. So like just title label. I guess like, I don't know. What would be called? Like, I'm just trying to think. It's going to be like, are you sure you want to sell like warning, maybe warning text. Warning text is honestly good. I think that's a pretty good idea there. So we want our font to be Fredoka, obviously white, and then we could probably put that little UI stroke on it. Actually, no, we might not even need a UI. Well, should we? Probably, right? UI stroke. Make sure we have that in there. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then now for the actual text itself, remember, it's going to say its own thing. So it's like, are you sure you want to sell? And then like number of units, for number of coins, like something like that, question mark. And like this choice is permanent or something like that, or this choice can not be changed. I don't know, something simple like that. We'll just put that. Let's see what that looks like. And then obviously our for some reason here our UI stroke, I put a UI size constraint. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Sorry about that. Oh no, I'm being an idiot right now. Come on, click the right buttons. I'm literally missing the clicks. All right, paste into. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now, that obviously does not look right. So what's wrong with that? Text scaled, that's probably it. So are you sure you want to sell, blank? Okay, I guess we don't need to have the word of there, but that all doesn't matter because that's going to be changed to, what we're actually going to be changing it to, right? So, but right now, that's fine. We'll have to do that in the code, but that's good. Now we have to do a few things with it. So background transparency, set that to 1. And then now we are going to have to grab some buttons here. So we'll just copy that sell button, right? That's fine. And then in the confirm frame, we'll throw in 2 buttons. So obviously it's not going to look like that, but we're going to drag it here. And also, is there a UI stroke on this? Why is the background... that's kind of strange, guys. That's kind of strange there, eh? I don't know. There's no, maybe if the button wasn't rounded off. See, I don't know why that it, doesn't show up. What happens if I go like that? Oh, so, Okay, well, that's not what I want necessarily. I wanted the UI stroke to be around this. So maybe I could do it somewhere in here. Is there a thing? Text stroke transparency? Like, is that what I have to do? It actually kind of looked like that was what I have to do there, to be honest with you guys, but I don't know for sure here. Should I just say 1? Nope, not that, because we want the text stroke transparency actually there, but for some reason when I actually just do it that way, then I can't get the box to look like that, and that's annoying. I don't know why, guys. It's not a big deal because I know what I have to do to fix it. I just have to essentially just grab this whole entire frame. So copy, we'll just delete that sell button, and then we'll paste it on into it. So we'll just have to say, I guess this is going to either be a yes or no frame, right? So yes frame, and then we're going to duplicate that and call it the no frame, obviously. So let's, oh God, help me. Okay, we got it. Oh man, it just doesn't want to move properly. Come on. I want to grab the whole frame. No, why does it do that, guys? Why can't it just be easy for me, Why can't it just be easy? So I'm just going to have to do it this way. So we'll drag it up there like this. And is that going to be perfectly in the right spot yet? I don't know, but it's 50 away from that side. So actually I like the way that looks. Now this inside text is going to have to say, let's go into here. So that's also wrong. So yes, text button, call it that. Color should be green. Yes. And let's see here. Let me go change that to yes. And then obviously we're just going to duplicate this whole entire thing and call it the opposite, which is going to be no. So duplicate, move it on over. 50 away from that side. 50. Oh, so close, guys. I'm a 48. 50. Boom. All right, cool. Now, the only other thing is, I don't know how wide, or not wide, but wide, how long it is, whatever. Let's see. Maybe that. Looks a little different, doesn't it? I swear it looks a little different. I think it is. I think it's a slightly, well, we could just get the size of this one, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Size is, Actually, sorry, not the size of that. It's actually the size of this. And then we just gotta copy that and then paste it on into this one. It's probably very close, as you guys can see here. Now, if I could just move it on over very, very slightly, so maybe 0.55. Oh, we're so close, guys. 0.6. Nope. We're close. 0.5. Nope. So that's not it. So it's going to be like 0.59. Oh boy, we're getting there. 0.58. 0.57. That's going to be like 0.568. 0.567, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we got it, boys. All right, so good, 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 good. Now we just have to rename that to the no frame. Just like this. Boom. And down, well, not down here. We got to name this one the no text button. So a couple of changes we're probably going to have to make with the code again to get this to all work. But, you know, I'm sure that's not going to be very difficult now that we have it actually functioning. It's just going to be probably a few different buttons that we got to type in different places and whatnot. So it won't be too scary, most likely. So yeah, there we go. I mean, that looks pretty good. I think that looks fine. I definitely think that that's an important thing to have because, you know, obviously some people, they may regret their decision and we want them to like be 3 times sure that they're actually trying to delete their unit and not just be like, oh, like accidentally clicked it or something, or maybe it's in your phone's in your pocket and you accidentally click it like 3 times. Like, it happens. I know it's happened before to me. So we got to make sure that we have this set up properly so that way people don't get like, you know, they don't scam themselves, you know what I'm saying? So let's do that. That looks really, really good. And yeah, I'm definitely happy with the way that has come out. Now, other than that, I think we just got to get it to, you know, work now. So I think everything is named properly. I don't think I need to add anything else. So I'm going to try to get this to work properly, and then I'll come back to you guys when it's working. All right, boys, so we actually have it working right now, but the last thing that we need to do is actually make it so that the warning text itself, remember, this is what contains like the, are you sure you want to, ... We need to make sure that that is actually going to be, you know, incorporated into this, because right now it's just showing up kind of like what we had it as. So, oops, I got to get this screen onto the right screen so you guys can see it. So we'll work with the AI together here. So last thing, so we're just going to say last thing for this cell feature, I have a warning text label inside of the confirm frame, and I need it to say, okay, so let's say this how we actually set it up as. Okay, so we're just gonna copy this, I guess, and we'll put it in here right now to say, boom, are you sure you want to sell blank? And then this should say like, let's say, you sure want to sell like a number of units we selected to sell. Okay, for, and then how much coins you would receive for selling. Okay, and then yeah, that should be what we have to do. Okay, let's just see what it does. All right, got it. So show a dynamic working warning text inside your confirm frame that says, are you sure you want to say this? You can do this. Make sure inside your confirm frame you have a text label for this warning named warning label, and I'm pretty sure we have that, guys. So warning, well, it's called warning. I'll just name it how it names it, so that way we keep things consistent and nothing is screwed up, right? So warning label, boom, just like that. And then what else is it gonna make us do here? So we'll go back. Oops, wrong thing. There it is, right there. Okay, cool. So in here, make sure inside that we already did that before showing the confirm frame. In your sale, that button clicked when you trigger confirmation. Update that label text dynamically. Calculate total coins for selling by getting the sum of all selected units sell values. Perfect. This is gonna be pretty simple right now too. We're gonna have to edit this in the future because remember, guys, we don't have their like rarities set up, so that's one thing that we don't have done right now. But you know, we'll get there at some point. Obviously, these episodes are gonna be a little bit like, you know, now that I'm not really following along, you know, this was like what I feared the most getting to this point in the series, and I think I'm having the most fun now because I'm actually doing this stuff on my own, and I actually feel like I'm, you know, doing it. So like following along like Numcode in the beginning of this series was fun, but like now we're actually like doing this stuff on our own, and like actually setting it up and seeing it work is just amazing. But anyways, let's get this going here. So add this near your top declarations to get the label. Okay, well, add it near the top. Sure thing, buddy. Let's go in here and add it up at the top as he says. I always listen to ChatGPT, guys, right? All right. Anyways, maybe sell text button. I don't even know. We'll just put it like right here, I guess. I don't know why not. Right. There we go. And then go back to AI. Then update the sell button. Confirmation part 2. The warning text label. Okay. So just gotta make sure here. I don't know why. I'm just a little bit confused at this, actually. This assumes each tower has a sell value, number value inside its config folder representing how much coins selling that unit will give. If your sell value uses a different name or it is stored elsewhere, adjust a path accordingly. Okay, yeah, we don't have a sell value, but what we could do, we could do this right now, guys. We could actually go in. I'm just trying to think, guys. I'm trying to think because maybe instead of like waiting till later to do this, we could just get it out of the way now. So what we could do is like how I want it to be is like I said, basics are like worth like 10 coins. If you sell, you know, maybe the rare units, then it's going to be worth a little bit more and stuff and so on and so forth. So I'm going to try to get that working. It's going to take a lot of AI and probably like another hour or so. So I'm going to set this up and try to get this working for us. All right, guys. So check this out. I think you're going to be proud of me for this one here. No joke, no lies. Check it out, boys. So let's pretend we summon ourselves a couple of units here because I did end up testing it and selling them already. So we still have to fix this actually because this will actually, you know, seriously drive me kind of crazy. But this video is already getting really long. Day 27 is probably coming to an end here pretty soon, guys. But let's just make sure this works. So now we should have a bunch of extra units. Looks like I am either really unlucky or the game is bugged, but I just got like 7 of the most basic units in the game. So let me just try to get some more, and hopefully we didn't break and bust the whole entire game here because very odd that I would have been that unlucky. Okay, I guess I was just that unlucky to get like 7 in a row that were all bad and trash, but that's okay. So first things first, let's just test to make sure all that stuff saves as normal. So we should have like 2 greens, 3 basics equipped. Let's check. And boom, we do. Okay, cool. Now, in our units folder, or not folder, lose my mind. That's dev talk right there. Dev brain. All right, anyways, we got this up. Sell units. Boom. All right, we know this page, right? We know this page. We all know it very well by now, hopefully. Now, one thing that I will say, and I will say it really quickly, is that these are not very neat. Not very neat at all. We'll have to look into that, guys. We'll have to look into that in a little bit. But anyways, that'll be the next thing we look into. All right, let's try this out, though. The important thing here. Oh, and that stupid X is not in the middle there. That's not that hard to fix, I don't think. But anyways, confirm sell, 4 items. You know, we still didn't get that set up yet. But, check my output here as I sell these guys. Boom, 10. Now, if I were to sell this guy, firm sell, 20. And it's definitely working. So watch this. Watch my coins. I'm at 290. We should get what? 10 here. So it'd be 300. Ready? 300. Now we should be at 320 if I sell one of the green guys. Firm. We got 20. 320. Bang, boys. We did it. We did it. How did I do this? You may be asking. You may be wondering. Well, I was actually thinking back to my bike battles game and how our scripts are in that game. A little bit nicer, a little bit more clean. And it's not bad how I have it right now, but it's definitely not good and something that in the future we might have to spend a whole day literally organizing the game and setting it back up in a nice way. Because I have all these events kind of just, you know, in here without folders, and I have all these scripts in here, no folders. But what I did, instead of doing all this, which is just more code that's going to take up space in the core script, I did this over here. So it's just simply a server-sided script or whatever, right? And from here, I have the values that I can easily find and easily change as needed, as necessary. And you guys can see that I have the basics, uncommons, and so on and so forth. And how are I able to pull those numbers and values from the game? Well, in the tower, I added it inside the config folder. So each config folder contains a rarity value that will assign the rarity to that unit. So the value is not in there. The value is stated here, but the rarity value is whatever I typed it as. Basic, uncommon, rare, epic, you know, whatever. So, boys, that's that. You know, we got that all set up now, so that's really good. Now, I just have to actually go into the game, and I think that the last thing what we'll do today is I think we'll try to figure out why my, like, units thing is not filtering properly. So, let's just hop in the game real quick here, and just, I guess we could summon a couple things, so we could just get a bunch of, hopefully, different stuff. I would love to get that summon 10 feature working too. But by the end of this video, what I really want to do is, we're already 40 minutes into this. I don't want to spend another 3 hours today. It's already 11:35 p.m. I've literally been doing this all day. So hopefully this game takes off and does really well for me, guys, because otherwise your boy LT's down bad here. I'm just wasting my time. But I don't think I am. I'm actually having fun with this. Fun and money, I guess. Probably should be worried about getting money rather than having fun. But you know what? This is life. Who cares, right? We're all going to die at the end of the day. Might as well do something I like doing. All right. Anyways, let's see here. Let's summon a couple of these, couple more, and we should have enough by now. Okay, so yeah, we got a whole list of units here. I now would like to have these guys be organized properly, but they're not, right? So let's close this out. What should happen is they should be organized by unit type, right? And for some reason, they are not. So let's see here. So starter GUI, units frame, and in here we have that... the confirm frame, the own units frame, and here we should have the UI grid layout. So the sorts order is by name, not so it's by name, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because the names are, as you guys know, if I go into the game, I believe that the names are, kind of all wee bit interesting. That's the names. So we gotta ask some AI for this one. Let's see what we can find out here, because the names, that's the answer to the problem. Okay, so, all right. I'm just gonna say, thanks, all is working well now. Okay, but now we're gonna get into the next thing. That was talking about their stuff. Gotta thank the AI before it gets mad at me. All right, let's see here. We gotta say, okay, now my units are not being organized properly. They are currently organized based on names, but they are all named, GUID. So the names are quite random, whereas I would prefer they were sorted by their unit type. Let's see what this could do. Since your units are named by their GUIDs, which are random, sorting by the name property naturally results in a random order. To sort units by their unit type attribute instead, you need to get all units from the own units folder, sort them by their unit type attributes, a string, use that sorted order for whatever purpose you want, like displaying units in the GUI or saving/loading. Okay. Here's a simple function to return a sorted array of units by their... Okay, simple function. You call this function whenever you want to get a sorted list, for example. Okay, so basically what that's saying is maybe we could set this up again, just kind of like what we did before, as in our whole script. And I mean, I could do it in the same thing for right now, but it would be nice to probably do it the other way. Anyways, displaying units. If you want, I can modify your existing code, loading, saving, or UI code to use the sorting function. Just tell me where exactly you want the units sorted. Okay, I want the units sorted when the player has the units frame opened, because that's obviously the inventory. Perfect. So you want the units shown in the frame to be sorted by unit type, and the player opens that UI. Find sign when you build the list of units to display in the units frame. Request the units from the server if you don't already have them. For creating buttons or UI elements for each unit type, sort the units by unit type using the get. Okay, all that stuff. Cool. Now you can do this on client. Now I don't know how to actually do this, but I could just I'll give you my code for server and client and help me set this up. We'll do that because, like, once again, guys, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. So send me your current server code and then your client. Okay, yep, I got you, AI. Don't you worry, buddy. I got you. So we'll start with the server and then, we'll go from there, boys, right? So this is all my server code. I've been doing this for hours and hours and hours and hours. We definitely put in over like 2 to 3 days of like IRL time working on this game, which is kind of crazy. But like, you really got to have, like, when you're doing this, you definitely gain an appreciation for the people that actually like know what they're doing and like know how to do this type of stuff. Because like, guys, making a game is not easy. I'm sure if you guys have tried yourself, you know that this is not easy whatsoever. But sort by unit types. Please provide your client code for building the unit frame so I can give you an exact modified version. Okay, I gotta get that code to him too. But yeah, you definitely gain a little bit of appreciation for devs, whether you hate a game, I love a game. just know if the game is like actually done and made and fully designed and whatever, they put a lot of time and effort into it. So I really hope you guys end up liking this game a bunch. If you guys are still here watching this video, drop a like for your boy. Helps out a ton. You could at least make $1 or $2 from the video. That'd be nice, right? Those views that we've been getting, boys, it stinks because it's really been going downhill for us. I think I got to make a new channel, honestly. I probably should have had a new channel for this. Like, you know, maybe we name it after the studio, the game or something, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know what to do anymore, honestly, guys, but who knows? But anyways, I did this. This script you posted is a Roblox client side controller for... Okay, so... Okay, I need you to help me with that sorting. Remember? Come on. Let's see what he says now. I gave him a little sass there. Got it. You want help? You want the help adding sorting to the units in your function, right? So that units, let's see, sorted in some order instead of just the order in own units? Yes. What kind of sorting do you want? Some common options. By rarity. By rarity. Well, I would want it just, well, actually, yeah. Can we sort by rarity as the number one, you know, I guess we sort by rarity as the number one priority, and then within rarity, the unit types. Guess we could do that. Absolutely sorting by first by rarity and then by unit type name within each rarity group is a great idea. Where is rarity stored for each unit? Usually you mention you have a tower model.config folder. Does it have a rarity string value? Okay, so does it rarity string value? That's what it has. Okay. We'll just tell it that. And then each tower, okay, he's assuming now. Each tower has a model, has a config.rarity as a string value inside. String, like, we can map that to a numeric priority for sorting. If it's already an int value like 1, 2, 3, higher is rare, then great. Which it's not, unfortunately. That probably would have been a good idea to do, but example rarity mapping adjust to your actual rarity names. Uncommon goes 1, 2. Okay, that's not that hard to do, honestly. I don't know where I even did that, though, to be honest with you guys. Full modified sorting snippet for build units button. Okay, so I guess this is just going to be a nice little, you know, new thing that we have here. This, you know, whatever. Little local variable, I guess, but it's going to be kind of like a table of stuff. So let's just grab all this, right? And okay, so this is just going to be all the way for that for you sort by rarity. Okay, so the table sort. This is all of this. Wow, this is a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. Okay, that's not a big deal. We can figure this out. So get the rarity value. Local function, get rarity value. That would just be from, I would hope. Oh, that's actually just a new function, guys. That's actually not a big deal at all. So let's go back in here now. And now we actually need to go ahead and add all this good stuff on in here. So let's do it. See, this is going to be another thing where I could have that order as like its own module script or something like that. But forget it for right now. I don't really care about that, honestly. I just want to make sure that this works and then we'll be good. It's you know, maybe a little cluttered, but not the end of the world, right? All right, so this is going to be the build units function. So we're going to go to that, and then we're going to go set this all up. So keep clicking all the wrong buttons. It's really annoying. All right, anyways, find build units function. Where are you, build units? There he is. All right. So within here, we are now going to want to set this up. I'm just going to move this off to the side so I can view it myself a little bit easier here because it's kind of hard to look at. But outside of this little function, right, itself, which is, once again, did I lose it? No way, I lost it. Where is it, guys? Here it is. How did I get so far down there? What the heck? All right, it's right here. So we're just going to go like this. We're going to add local rarity priority map in and the local function to get the rarity value. That's fine. And then we are going to go ahead and edit our build units type function thingy that we got going on here, okay? So that's going to go all the way down until the unit button.mouse click one function is activated, okay? So here, all the way down, 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 which if I go down to about right here, guys. Yep, the check mark clone, all the way to here. Let's make sure that that doesn't screw anything up, which, it seems like it has, I'm not gonna lie. Has it? Oh, definitely. Okay, well, we don't even have to change that then. I could just go all the way down to the thing right before it, and that shouldn't really cause us any issues, you know what I'm saying? So I can just go to like right here and then change all that. There we go. I think that's all the way it needs to be. No, it's not, guys. Come on, man. Why is it gotta be so annoying, bro? So annoying. Okay, well, maybe I could just do it this way, and we'll see if I can get it to work like this. So I copied everything below the function itself, all the way down to the check mark, which is here. Paste, and it's like not going over enough or something, right? Does that make any sense? I don't know. Let's see if that works. Let's just see what happens now. Expected an N, got this. Okay, you know what? Let's just say this. Can you fix this for me? Let's just see. I'm gonna ask the AI. Can you help fix this code? There we go. Just gonna ask him that. Your code looks mostly solid. Just a couple of potential fixes, improvements to ensure it works well. And is defined before. Yep, it's defined before. And then minor issue. You check hotbar, but then the store is. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. In the mouse, you use an image ID from outside the closure, but this can cause problems because of closures in loops. Not sure what that means either, boys, but maybe this is good, maybe it's not. I don't really know yet. Give me the full function so I can copy and paste. Come on. Hey, this AI, how many times have I told you guys already that I just told this guy to like just give me the full setup and then he just doesn't do it? Like I tell him all the time, man, and he just doesn't listen to me. I swear, guys. I don't know what's his issue, but he gets really, really annoyed with me, I think, and I get really, really annoyed with him. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just how she goes. All right. Anyways, let's stop that real quick. Go back into this local script here. Get that all set up, squared away, and then we move on to the next big thing, which will be maybe wrapping the video up for the day because I'm getting tired of doing this, honestly. But let me see here. We gotta finish this still. Not done yet. Your boy's not done yet. We're not done until we're done. Don't quit. All right, boom, done. Here we go. Units. We got all the units here, but are they sorted at all? Absolutely not. Love to see it. Thanks, game. Thank you. Let me see if I like summon a couple more here, if they like actually seem sorted or not, but it doesn't seem like they are very much so sorted at all, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll figure it out. That's why this is it's a process, guys. It's a process. We just gotta do one thing at a time. Let's just make sure like all this other stuff still works. So we should get 30 from that and then maybe 50, so like 80. Let's see. Yep, that gave us 80 exactly. Cool. And the output showed all that stuff. Yep, okay, awesome. We'll get rid of that output at some point. We just had it there to test, but that's all good, right? So sell, I could sell a couple more maybe. So sell units, we'll sell this whole bottom row, I guess. Confirm sell. Cool, let's equip some stuff just to test this all out, right? There we go, get out of there now. And now we just gonna have to probably tell him again that like, you know, hey, buddy, it's not sorting very well, you know? And whatever, so I'm just gonna give him my whole code again, and then we'll go from there. I'm just gonna get this to the point where it's actually working, guys, and then I'm gonna show you the updated version, and then we're gonna wrap up this video, all right? Because, yeah, I'm getting tired of talking, so let's just finish this up. All right, boys, we're fighting a war out here, but we got it done. It took us, you know, several minutes, probably an hour, honestly, until we actually figured this out. I don't know why it takes so long, but man, me and the AI were getting into some arguments, I'll tell you that. But anyways, yeah, our script is adding up right now. We got so many lines in here, guys. Literally 300 in the server, and then like, I don't even know, 400 or 500 here. Oh my god, we're over 500, 515. We gotta shrink this down. I mean, this is our main, you know, core script here. I mean, I would like to get this stuff. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but, you know, shrink it down. Definitely do some more of this type thing that we got going on here. Now, what did I do? So real quick, let me just explain something. Once again, I'm no coder, but I just kind of want to, I think what AI was trying to do and what, the route I'm trying to take is just to get it out there. Basically, we have our rarity prices in the server. This is like the stuff that we actually build the sell logic on, won't be able to be changed because of like hacks and stuff like that, right? Now, this one here, this is going to be in the replicated storage. This is like a read-only price type thing. This is what could potentially be changed by hackers. Now, it doesn't matter because this is just what shows inside of the screen, as I'll show you in a minute. Like, this stuff has nothing to do, it's why it says read-only. It's literally read-only. So, just kind of little description showing you, if someone were to look into the code, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what all the values are, right? So, that's it. Let me show you how it works now. So, in here, guys, let's say we, pretend we summon a unit or two here. Let's, blow some coins, make sure all this is working as it once was, and the coins are obviously going down. Once again, it's not showing up the unit that we're summoning, which maybe I could do that before we wrap up today's video, and maybe I can fix this summons little thing over here too, because this is just going to be a template, and then we're going to duplicate it depending on which units are actually being sold. But right now we don't really have a bunch of units to sell, so that's going to be our problem for another day. So honestly, maybe in like the next episode, or hopefully by day 30, we could have each of the 3 maps that we'll launch the game with have its unique units. So honestly, the PPSH guy, I might just not have him in the game at the moment. Maybe he'll just be like someone I put on the side until we have like a battle that was actually in Russia, right? So but right now, though, we will, do what we got to do. We have those extra units that we just summoned. We'll get one more. Maybe we'll get like a cool PPSH guy or something like that. Let me get 1 or 2 more. There we go. Did I get one? No, I didn't. But as you guys remember, we were trying to figure out the sorting of like the units, right? Well, take a look at this. They look pretty sorted to me, right? By, rarity and by name. Obviously, hopefully, we'll be able to test out more and more once we get like more of the same rarities. So we don't really see that right now. But we will eventually, right? But anyways, still got to fix that hotbar issue down here. That's obviously still a little bit of a problem. Nothing too much of a big deal, but it's just a little thing that, could definitely be worked upon. We don't have to worry about that right now, though, because the game is actually working pretty well. But anyways, what were we here for? Unequip all. That's what we did today. Done. Works well, right? Unequip all. Cool. Sell units. Let's sell a green guy. Let's sell a blue guy. And let's sell a gray guy. Now, if you remember, I have all of these in the read-only prices here, and even in the actual thing. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 500, and 1,000. And for these, so we're currently selling this unit. It's a basic worth 10, an uncommon worth 20, and then a rare unit worth 30, right? So, we should get 60 coins back here, theoretically. So let's click confirm sell. Boom. We get this little wait menu thingy to pop up. And before we wrap up the video too, for today at least, we should probably try to actually get the mobile, to work for mobile too. But as you guys can see here, we got the warning message, and it says, are you sure you want to sell 3 units or 60 coins? This choice cannot be changed. Bang, guys, we did it. Now, moment of truth. If I click yes, will it sell 3 of these units, and will I get 60 coins? So I'll be at 9220. 9220. Bang, boys. Oh my god. We are doing this, guys. We are doing it. I can't believe it. You know how long this has taken me? But we're figuring it out one step at a time. This is like a really, really like feel good type moment when you get something like that working, guys. It's such a feel good type moment. I'm not even gonna lie, boys. I'm not even gonna lie in the slightest bit here. Oh my god. Now the only problem is our code is getting quite lengthy, and the AI ain't gonna be liking that very much because it doesn't like when you do that. So if at all in any way there's gonna be something that we could do to potentially like lower this, code wise, that would be great. I don't know if there's gonna be a way though, boys. I don't really know. Maybe something with these probably, well, you guys see all these like crate chances, right? Oops, smacked my mic with my thing over there. All right, well, with these crate chances, we could maybe move those to its own module script as well. Set it up as individual tables in there too. and then just require it, and then it'll just do it from that. It might screw up all the summon logic though. I don't really know. Maybe we could just have like a summon type, you know, what am I trying to say? Like a summon function somewhere else in a different script too that we could just call upon that. That could definitely work, guys. Possibly, right? I would assume it would. Why wouldn't it, right? So create drop tables, they're all right here. And then I mean, I don't know, but I just have a slight feeling that it would be somehow, some way potentially possible. I mean, this is the summon logic right here. If event type equals summon, then all that stuff goes on, right? So if action equals boot camp create, all this good stuff here, which theoretically then you would be able to just take that from the other table. You just get the boot camp create and do that, all that good stuff. So, and then even like the chances and stuff, we would have all that. I mean, I think it would be doable, guys. Honestly, I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. Honestly, it makes no sense, and that would truly that would clean. Like, look how many lines of code. That's like literally 100 lines of code that we would just be able to clean up pretty easily. So I'm sure it's possible. Not something I'm gonna really worry about right now because I'm more so worried that the game is working. We can make it look cleaner and optimize it as we go on and on and on. But for right now, literally everything is working. The last thing that we should probably try is to actually save the game and publish it to Roblox maybe and try it from there. But honestly, I don't even know if I can be bothered to do that. We already tested it, but maybe we should definitely publish it because like right now we have it working perfectly and we don't really want to mess anything else up, right? So all is well, all is good. I don't even know if I need this client thing anymore though, to be honest with you guys. This is all I think something that we could probably delete here. Honestly, guys, like this exit button, we don't use that anymore. I mean, so for a fact, I know we can get rid of that. Start button, I don't. Maybe we do use the start button. I don't know. maybe we actually use the start button here. Tough to say, but let's see. I think we actually still do. So I guess I could just keep this, guys. Doesn't really matter. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just keep that in there. I think we actually do use this, guys, because yeah, we're updating all this other stuff here. It looks like so. UI event on client function. Maybe we don't, but maybe we do. Should I just like? Is there a way to just like disable it? Should I just like copy? Let's just see what happens if I just delete that. You never know. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see if I'm able to hop in here and it works. Okay, no, does not work, boys. Does not work. Can confirm. Does not work. Let's just try one more time. Make sure it all still works as it once was. Okay. Good. Oh, I forgot to do the map name though, boys. We have to fix that at some point. You guys can see here that the map name is not proper. So we got to probably fix that. However, that's not a big deal because if you guys do remember here, I think that every single one of those parts, remember like inside of the actual part itself, like in the screen surface GUI. No, actually, no, it's not that. Where is that code? I thought it was this stuff, honestly, guys, but I'm surprised that when I deleted that, it stopped working. Because yeah, all of that code is actually working from here. So now I'm even more confused, but that's okay. Nothing too crazy. There should be something in here though to help me change that UI though, I would have thought, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Helper to update all the waiting for players UI count. I mean, yeah, like that's that. And then I mean, I guess though technically guys, it wouldn't really be all of this though, right? It would be more so something to do probably inside of the core script here. And then when we talk about, what is that screen called? Is it the teleport frame? Let's just like look up teleport frame real quick and see if there's anything in here about it. Teleport frame, there's not, guys. What the heck? Now that kind of shocks me a little bit. Let me see if there's anything in here teleport frame wise. Teleport frame? No? How could that be, guys? How in the world could that be that we don't have anything in here about the teleport frame, but it still pops up when we walk in there? Now that is something that I need to know. It can't be in here, can it? There's no way, right? Teleport. What in the world? Now I'm really lost. How in the world did we get that to work, guys? Seriously, I am honestly a little bit confused here. Not concerned, maybe a little slightly concerned, but it's like, once the person's on the pad and they start teleporting, that's when that screen should actually pop up on the top, right? So, we see all this countdown and stuff, right? But I just don't know how I don't know how that screen's popping up, guys. I really don't know. HRP, that's the humanoid root part. Camera effect, fire client, player quick start teleport. Yeah, I mean, see, we're talking about the stuff. Start teleport event, server event, player, copy the list. No, clean up if players dot player removing. Player remove player from path. Guys, I have no idea. That's so weird to even think about. Save teleport. That's like what our other script is. We don't care about that too much. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little bit lost by that one. I don't know why or how we're loading that teleport RAM. Which, like, it should be in here, guys. It should be. Frame, like, we have all these other things here set up, but the teleport frame is the one thing that is somehow evading us. Oh my god, guys. Maybe it has to do with, like, is it something to do with just like the boot camp, like teleport pad? Like, do I have anything like that? Pad? No. I really don't know, guys. I really don't know here. Super concerning, honestly. A little bit. Pad equals script.parent. Pad equals script.parent config. Waiting for that. Geez, guys, I really don't know how we're getting the like that is just so strange. Unless it's this, but no, that's the screen. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. None of this is really adding up. Gotta be in here somewhere, and I just must be an idiot, and I just don't see it. And I'm trying to look for it, even using that thing, which you would have thought I set it up correctly, but I don't know, guys. We'll figure that out. But guys, we're gonna wrap up day 27 here. We've done a lot today. It's been a very good day. Tomorrow, work on that summons frame, maybe get some of the more units in the game. I don't know. We'll see what we're gonna do tomorrow, but today we got the sell feature working, and we got the equip and unequip all buttons working. So really good day today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.